morning, Malavandan. In this video, we are going to talk about how the agent economy is going to work in crypto world. We can discuss about how agents can be created and used, and that can be successfully integrated in various blockchain networks, and how humans can interact with the agents for day-to-day work, and how the overall agent technology is going to work in the crypto world. We can able to see and understand in this presentation. So what is an on-chain AI agent? So you all know AI has been in the industry for the past 3 years. After the invention of ChatGPT, there are more and more researches going on, and more companies are started using AI technologies. Among that, 2025 is the year for AI agents. So there are a lot of agents are being created. And in previous videos, we discussed about what is an AI agent, how it can be used in blockchain. In this specific video, we will look into it, how the gig economy is going to work in blockchain using the agent. So for that, you need to understand what is an on-chain AI agent. So first thing is the perception. It's basically the consumer on the on-chain data that uses the wallet for any type of transactions. So instead of human beings using the wallet to initiate a transaction or to complete a transaction, the agents are going to do on the user's behalf. So the agent can able to use the wallet, and it can call the external APIs through Oracle, and it can get user feedback for whatever work it needs to do. So that is the first thing that agent will do. And then in the reasoning side, it needs to design what the user's intention and how it needs to execute. So it needs to understand it. So that is the intent or the reason the agent needs to understand. And then it needs to execute the action. If it has the power to execute the action, then it is going to execute the action. So what I mean by power was, if an agent have the power to buy a ticket for you, airline ticket, then it can able to execute. If it doesn't have that power based on how the agent was programmed, if you ask the agent to purchase a airline ticket, that it won't do it. It will come back and say that based on the rules and regulations that have been created for me, I cannot able to do the job. It is just like a regular human being, how they can able to do certain tasks for you. Now the agent is going to do using the blockchain technology by storing all the results in the blockchain so that they can able to analyze and take appropriate actions in the future. And then the last part is the accounting. See, just like how human beings are accountable for their actions, the agents are accountable for their actions. Whatever transaction it is going to do on your behalf, you need to make sure that the agents are doing based on what you are asking the agent to do, and it can able to successfully complete the transaction. So since all the data is stored in the blockchain, you can able to go back and see how the agent performed on your behalf. Say, for example, you can ask a very simple question to an agent. Find an appropriate time to sell my Ethereum so that the transaction fee is low before tomorrow. If you find a time, any time in the last 24 hours, there is a less transaction fee. You can specify the transaction fee, how much it needs to be. So the agent will continuously check for it, and then it sends a notification in your mobile, and then you can go and do the transaction. Hey, now's the time to sell my Ethereum token because the transaction fee is low, because less congestion in the Ethereum network, and it can able to do. So for that, you need to pay a fee for that agent, because the agent is not going to work, because it needs to use the computing power, it needs to use a lot of other resources for you to continuously check the Ethereum transaction cost and then send you a notification. So for that, you pay a fee. Once it successfully delivers what you need, you don't mind paying the fee for that agent, because that's exactly how the other the real human agents are going to work. The software agents are going to work within the blockchain technology, and you can able to see whether it successfully delivered based on the message you got. And also the message will be stored in a blockchain. If not in the main blockchain, it will be stored in other external system. You can cryptographically verify whether the transaction was successfully completed and the agent delivered what you asked for. So agent to agent commerce is going to be the next thing in the decentralized world. It is already, technologies are started creating for agent to agent collaboration, just like how human to human collaborations are happening between agent to agent. There is going to be a commerce is going to be initiated in the near future. So for that, say for example, if you have an agent A, it want to create an art, it can able to go and identify what are all the different NFTs that are available in a Ethereum blockchain. So if you take an Ethereum blockchain, you can say what are all the different NFTs are available, what type of NFTs is going to work for public. It does go and do all types of analysis, marketing analysis for you, and it's going to come up with suggestions. And then you be the decided whether you want to generate the type of art, or if you want the agent to change its research analysis so that you can able to get better results. If you feel that you need to make the agent to do more research, you can let it do and it will go and do it, and it's finally it's going to provide the result for you. And that is agent A. And then the second agent, agent B, it is going to create the market for that NFT. So it needs to have some liquid tokens so that it can able to start selling the NFTs within the Ethereum blockchain. And then the agent C is going to do the marketing part of it. It is going to create a community. It is going to post in X platform. It's going to post in Instagram to attract more customers about that NFT token that was generated. All these tasks right now, human beings are being executed. But if there is an agent to agent commerce, this is one example that agent can able to do. There are various other examples are there and companies are working on for you to use the agent and then communicate with other agents. Say for example, if you want to book a flight ticket from say US to India, you can able to do that using the agent technology. You give a permission to an agent, okay, I have this much budget and I have this traveling time frame I need to do, and go and find, I need to find a flight on such this date, traveling from India, to have maximum one stop or two stop, whatever the instructions you want to give, you can give it to the travel agent. So travel agent on your behalf is goes and tries to find identify best deal for you, and then it will come back and give you all the information for you. For that, you have to pay a certain fee for that, because either you spend your time, go and identify by searching various websites, or you use Priceline or Expedia or whatever website, you have to go, log in, search, and then identify. Instead, you can outsource that task to an agent. For that, you have to pay a fee for that agent. By doing that, whatever the free time you have, you can go and do other things. So that's where the agent to agent commerce comes into play. In that example, the agent you are giving, you are asking to go and perform the search and identify the travel ticket. The agent might be talking to all other agents. For example, if you say that you want to go in the Delta Airlines, it's going to go and talk to the Delta agent and identify the price. Or if you say that you want to go in United Air or whatever may be the airline, it has to interact with multiple different agent airlines, those who are managed by their companies. For example, Delta agent will be managed by the Delta Airlines company. United Air will be managed by the United Air company. So the agent can able to collaborate with multiple agents and get back the result for you. And then based on that, you can give permission to the agent to go and book the ticket if you give your credit card information and everything. That is one scenario. Other scenario, if the agent is integrated with your blockchain network, then it can use other tokens that you have, and it can use those crypto value to purchase the tokens on your behalf. So all those are possible. And based on that, you can pay a fee for that agent so that your travel is booked and you get the minimal price, whatever is available on that particular day. So why 2025 is the inflection point for this agent commerce? See, the first thing is that payments rails are crystallizing. So cryptographic mandates are being created, and then new tools and protocols are being created for agent-to-agent communication, agent payment protocol. For example, Google recently announced that AP2 protocol is agents payment protocol that is being used by other companies. PayPal is planning to use that standardization in their network so that people can able to use. So you need to have a proper standard protocol so that the agent can understand the message one agent is sending, and then it can able to interpret, and it can able to authenticate, and it can able to deliver what it needs to deliver to the other agents. So that is being started. And then there are a lot of headless brands are rising. Headless meaning there is no UI with that. Only the back end is doing all the work without the front end 24/7 on your behalf. The human agents will go to bed because nobody can able to work 24/7. But these agents, the software agents, AI agents can able to perform the work on your behalf, continuously trying to identify and fulfill your goals, and then it gets the payment on your behalf. So that's also possible. And in 2025 is the starting year for the agents. Then 2026 and beyond are going to be a lot more innovation, lot more standards are going to be created so that there will be more and more agent commerce will be created. And also another important thing is the intent infrastructure is getting mature. For example, if you want to use the agents to pay using the USDC stable coin, then it's possible to do that. So as you all know, we have multiple videos we gave how the stable coin industry is being standardized because of the a new law proposed in the United States Congress. And in the next year, a couple of years, there's going to be more and more networks are going to start accepting the stable coin, and that's going to get popular. Now, if you integrate the stable coin with the AI agents, that works on the blockchain, then you get everything within the single agent technology. The agent can able to do the commerce for you. The agent can able to purchase whatever you need to purchase on your behalf, and it uses the stable coin for the payment. So that's all possible, and that is the 2025 is the starting year for all these technologies to mature in the future. The work agents will do first. So what are all the some of the typical tasks the agent can do? The DeFi optimization. You can give a simple task to the agent, rebalancing portfolio. So you can able to see that what is the best time for that, so that you can have a better yield farming on whatever blockchain network you want to interact. So that's possible. And then the market making. So automated market making for based on the niche assets by understanding the price and then balancing the inventory based on the risks. That's also possible using the agent technology. And the third one is the procurement. So monitor API usage, the compute usage, and then you can able to execute when the price is low to pay invoices automatically so that you can able to pay less price transaction fee for whatever transactions you want to commit in any blockchain that you want to do. Because as you know, the blockchain network, the transaction fee varies based on the congestion, based on the time. So all the blockchains works 24/7. So if you have an agent which can able to monitor the price transaction fee 24/7, you can able to identify what is the best time to use the network for your transaction. And then we saw in multiple videos the governance, how AI agents can able to use the decentralized organization that is being run in the blockchain network. So governance model, that's the AJ agent can also do. That's possible to do it too. So how the agents are getting paid and how they can able to keep it safe. So basically, you have a mandate, and then that mandate is the not the complete mandate for the agent that you give your private keys. That's not a good idea to do it because the technology is not there. So nobody knows how the agents can completely manage all the human needs. So the best way is to not to give the complete permission of your private keys to the agent. Instead, you give the authorization to the private key for a particular session so that it can able to use the private keys to execute whatever transaction it needs to execute for that particular session. After that, it can't use the private keys. And also you can able to set it based on outcome based bounties you can pay for the agent. It's, if you can sell that, if you can able to find a time to sell my crypto tokens, when the transaction fee is less than $5, then I'd pay you $1. You can tell something like that. So in that case, only if the agent finds the transaction fee is $5 or less, then it will get the $1. All those are possible by integrating agents with the blockchain and stablecoin. And another way is to do the on-chain reputation, like how human beings all have a reputation. The agents can also have a reputation based on how many successful transactions it completed for the users. So that's possible too. So you can able to store the outcome of the agent transaction based on what the customer wants the agents to do, and before using that agent, you can able to identify how good the agent is based on the percentage of successful tasks it's completed. So these are all some of the emerging business models that are being developed by various companies, and there's going to be more and more business models are going to be created in the near future. The usage metered services. See, you can able to ask the agents for a specific type of usage-based metric, and then it uses the blockchain transparency and it verifies it, and then it gives the proper feedback to the users when the particular transaction fee and the transaction time is going to be appropriate. So that is the one service that's being developed now. And then the staking for the quality. So developers needs to stake tokens for their agents. If anybody is creating, any company is creating the agent, then it needs to stake the tokens so that if agents tries to misuse the intent, or if it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, or it tries to steal the tokens, then the staked tokens will be burned and it's given back to the user so that the users won't lose their money. So you can able to create this type of quality of service within that agent so that people can have that trust in that agent to do it what they want to do is. And then the model licensing. See, there are a lot of LLMs are being generated, and there are open source LLMs and there are closed source LLMs that are available. For all those to work, there needs to be a computing infrastructure needs to be there so that you can able to ask questions and get answers. Yes, ChatGPT is free, and also you can pay a $20 monthly fee to use more advanced features within the ChatGPT. And they can able to use the blockchain technology with the agent, and anytime you use the LLM, you need to pay a certain fee for it. So that's also possible, and there are companies working on creating those type of models so that people can able to pay as they go within the LLM model. And then the enterprise fleets. So there are white label agents are created by the organizations. It needs to follow stringent corporate rules and regulations. See, the entire model and everything will be running in their private blockchain within their corporate network. But that agent will start interacting with the public networks, public blockchain to gain whatever it needs to gain. So that is another emerging trend in coming up. The companies, the enterprise companies, corporations are all creating these type of agents. Even though it is running in their private blockchain, it interacts with the public blockchain networks. So ultimately, welcome to the agent economy. So the economy, the gig economy is on steroids now because, as you all know, the gig economy started with the human beings, but all human beings are working 8 hours and they need to go to sleep, they need to do other things. But within this agent technology, AI agent technology, the agents can work 24/7. So it's going to create a lot more economic value for the human beings for various tasks. So along that process, it needs to have the trust so that people can able to use the agents for whatever they want to do, and then the agents needs to get paid for that. So the payment standardization that helps the agents to interact and get paid for the service it is doing it. And then the computation. There will be more and more agents will be created. For example, I, the previous example I mentioned about booking agent. There will be several booking agent will be there. And how you are going to interact and hire one booking agent is based on the reputation it has. If an agent has a very low reputation, then you are not going to use it. So this type of reputation is all stored in the blockchain so that you can able to verify how good the agent in the past transactions fulfilling users desire. In the example of agent travel agent booking example, you can able to identify how many users use the agent, how successfully it is completed. It is just like a app store. You go and read the user's comment and then identify how many of them are 5-star commands, how many of them are 4-star commands. Like that, the agents can able to have the trust. All those are stored in the blockchain. Nobody can change it. See, then another important distinction between Web 2 and Web 3 is in the Web 3 crypto world, anything that is stored in blockchain is immutable. Nobody can go and change it. So you can able to trust the command, trust the reputation that agent has and use it. So what is the best way to start interacting with the agent? You give a simple task rather than giving an understanding complex task. You give a simple task of identifying a best time to start your Ethereum transaction so that you pay low gas fee. So that would be a simple task, and you see how well the agent is performing. Based on that, you can understand and you can able to go more and more complex tasks. So that's all I want to discuss in this video. And there are various videos we posted in this channel that talks about what is the agent and how the agents can be integrated into blockchain. And also we talked about the stable coin and how the stable coin standards are created and how it's going to change the crypto world. If you need more information about those videos, please go and watch it. And also we will provide the links in this video so that you can watch. Thanks. Appreciate the time you spent. And if you like this video, please subscribe and forward it to your friends and family. Thank you. Bye.